Hello everyone, I'm back on the channel with a new video for you guys, and it's been a very long time since I posted anything on the channel. Of course, pandemic has been one of the reasons that has put us all on the back foot. But we have to start again. Nevertheless, you have to start on a positive note, and I'm starting this exercise of putting the videos on the channel again. And I'll try to be quite regular this time, at least one video a month. But today we are going to talk about a very simple, very basic topic, which is called CI/CD pipeline, or what is CI/CD in DevOps. I'm just going to talk about what it is, but I'm not going to talk about the tools that are used to integrate that particular functionality in your project, because every stage has a different tool. So let's start about this, and it will be a good show. I hope so. Uh, okay, guys. So talking about CI/CD, let me take you to my slideshow. I'm sorry for some technical glitches that are happening with me today. I'm not a very pro in using these video technologies. Just a normal engineer trying to figure things out. Coming to CI/CD basics. Now, you all might have heard about CI/CD. It's an integral part of DevOps world, or in fact, any development for any project. This is the basic procedure that is followed. And CI/CD basically means continuous integration and continuous delivery and deployment. Talking about typical stages in a project, guys, this is something that is very simple, that is very basic. Every project is bifurcated into certain steps so that you can achieve every level with some kind of success, and there can be some level of troubleshooting that can go into it. So build is your first stage in any project, wherein everybody the first stage is actually requirement gathering. Once you have that, then you start building that project, you start putting in the code, and it's never a one man show. You usually have a team doing that. So build process is basically involving putting in the code by multiple people, building a particular application, or based on a particular requirement, building anything. After that particular code is built, it has to be passed into some unit testing, some automation testing, and there are companies that are also doing manual testing. So once those manual tests, automated test, the pipeline test, unit test, functional test, everything is passed, the project is passed on to the deployment stage. And this deployment is usually the release stage of the project to the customers, to the end users. And that is where your product gets highly impacted if things are not going well. So these are the basic typical stages in a project. I am talking about this because if you are a newbie, or if you are new to this world, then this clarification might help to understand what is continuous integration, continuous delivery. So moving on to continuous integration. Now, as the name suggests, it is a process where all the people working on a project, the entire team, integrate their work continuously. Now, this project needs to have a common place where everybody is integrating their part, so that you have a common place where you have entire code together. So that shared repository is also known as a source code management tool. There are a couple of them in the market, but the most frequent and the most used is Git. I will talk about Git in one of my upcoming videos, wherein we can talk about what Git is, how you push your code to it, and basics of Git. But for today, I think I'll just keep it until this, because we're just talking about what continuous integration is. So every integration or a check-in of that code to that particular shared repository should be followed by a peer review, wherein your team people will review your code, and once that's reviewed, then it should pass through the automated builds and unit tests. Now, this will enable us to find any basic functional error or any basic coding error in the environment. Logical error, peer reviews are mostly for logical errors, so that people can figure out if some logic hasn't been implemented as it should be. Then moving on to the next steps, which is CD. CD is both the things, continuous delivery and continuous deployment. Now there's a very thin line between continuous delivery and continuous deployment, and I'm going to talk about it. You know, so continuous delivery. The goal of continuous delivery is to make sure that the build is always in a deployable state. Your post the continuous integration process, there are multiple tests, unit test and the build tests that are run through this particular code, and to make sure it's in working as expected, and it's in a release or deployable stage. you know so continuous delivery basically expands itself to multiple stages. I am going to talk about those stages in my next slide. And then we talk about continuous deployment. Now, continuous deployment is a process wherein your project or your code or your product will get released to the production environment, that is for the end users. So a lot of companies usually do not have continuous deployment, because the release to production is usually kept as a manual process by a lot of people, so that they can limit it and they can monitor it while doing it, so that the nothing wrong goes out for the end users and it doesn't break the system. And it's a very very critical step. So most companies do not do this, but yes, there are some companies that are running things like social platforms, WhatsApp, Facebook. They have hundreds of feedbacks every day, and they're releasing multiple updates weekly, monthly, and integrating their code daily, and doing continuous deployments on the production for the end users. So it's a critical difficult process, and it needs to be monitored in a very very detailed fashion, so that you do not make any mistakes while doing this, because this directly impacts your product. Talking about the project stages wherein these fall well. So your continuous integration, as I said, is actually your code building. So that is during the development phase and during the QA testing phase. Development phase, you write your code, you guys integrate it, you merge your codes, and then they undergo unit testing. They get validated through automated tests, through manual testing. Something breaks in there, you again do that code changes and integrate it. So the continuous integration process usually remains until the QA test stage. Then comes the continuous delivery. You keep on deploying that code on your dev environments, on your test environments, and this can also move up to your staging or pre-production environment. Your staging or pre-production environment is basically nothing but a clone of your production environment, but is not open to the end users. So anything that gets deployed or delivered on the staging environment can be tested by your testers or by the automated test, and can be validated for the correctness. Once things are there on the pre-production stage, your code is ready to be released, and that is when your deployment comes in picture. Deployment happens through all the stages of the project. It will either get deployed to your dev environment, to QA, to staging, but the main and the most important deployment is to your production stage. Again, because it gets delivered to the end user for testing or for running their tasks, and it can hamper your product image if it is not correct. There's one more thing that happens, but it happens after your code is out, released, and that's monitoring of the code. The feedbacks are collected. Based on the feedbacks, the requirements are created, and again this cycle of development, building, then testing, and then releasing is initiated. So guys, this is the basics of CI/CD and what does it mean. I'm going to talk about the tools that help us integrate all this in our project in my next upcoming videos. Some of the tools you can use are like Git for SCM, Jenkins for your deployments, delivering for your pipeline management. Spinnaker is quite in these days. So all these tools can be used depending on the requirement and your project, your product and everything. So this was just a glimpse of it. I'm going to come back with more details, tools and everything. Until then, guys, thank you so much for liking the videos, for staying up there, for asking questions. I'm going to go back to my inbox and answer all the unanswered questions until today. And I'm again very sorry for not being very responsive all this time, but pandemic had really taken a toll over everybody. So you can connect with me on my email ID, which is mentioned here. On my channel, you can follow my channel, you can comment on my videos, you can also follow my Facebook page, and you can also ask for my contact details if there's any project or any consultation you're looking out for.